What's up, everybody? Celtic Scarecrow here, back with another video to get those 10s and 20 views. I got a Quack Bang shirt on. I technically have Chica right there. We're doing more Five Nights at Freddy. I don't know what Quack Bang has to do with it. It's just a duck. That's a duck. Oh, it's a chicken. Sorry, chicken. Markiplier calls it chicken. We are continuing with my Five Nights at Freddy's theories. Yeah, I know the last one did not great. 4 views. It happens. It happens. I'm trying to think of original thought videos here while I wait for football to come back. This is what you got. So, today, last week we did was things I believe are true unless proven otherwise, either by the game's basically outright saying it. We're now moving on to things I think might be true. I got 5 quick theories that don't really have a storyline to go off of. Like, the other ones are, like, I have the Afton's backstory. One of them where William is Henry's older brother. One where Henry is not related to William, but marries into the Afton family. I got the Henry family theory, baby circus theory, the beginning of the killing theories, unaliving, Golden Freddy theory, the Michael Afton story theory, and that's really it as of right now. Because I watched a ton of the game theory stuff. I'm still going through that, and I'm also watching Markiplier play Five Nights at Freddy's because he'll go way more in depth than me because he's the alleged king of Five Nights at Freddy's. So yeah, the basic point of this is I'm just going to throw out a couple ideas. Hopefully somebody like game theory kind of discovers it. It'd be kind of strange. If so, if you want to use the logo to represent me, here you go. This guy right here. I'm okay with it. Yeah, there's just thoughts from a creative standpoint that would make sense in a story-wise. No idea if they're true, but they make a lot of sense. So that being going, let's go with our first theory. 3 of the 4 bullies were related to the crying child. Yeah, so the only one that's not related, in my opinion, is the Chica costume because, you know, the kid is black and everybody else isn't. I think he's the actual lone friend because I highly doubt, granted, William Afton is not the greatest father, we already know that, that at a kid's birthday party, a younger brother's birthday party, the older brother would be allowed to invite 3 of his friends. Even if the friends were there, he would be told you gotta stick with your brother. Now, if Bonnie Bro and Freddy Bro are actually cousins of him, yeah, then the fourth friend would easily come into play. And also, I think it would tie into the fact that everybody involved in the story, outside the people usually Chica, I think Chica's just this weird, somehow always not connected in a negativity way. It's the Afton family story. Everything. Five Nights at Freddy VR2, where you're playing as, I want to say, the girl with the bunny. I think it's proven that he is Freddy Bro or something like that. Into the Pit, you're Bonnie Bro. So it's like, I think this is all just the Afton family. They're like cursed gypsies. Next up is Chica's Party World was a test to see if people would actually go to a restaurant with animatronics. Simple thing of, I think the original Freddy's location did not have animatronics. I think it had people in costumes. This is where you got Golden Freddy. This is where you got Golden Bonnie. Chica's already yellow, so there's not much golden you can do there. But yeah, I think those 3 were people in costumes the entire time. But William and Henry want to see, hey, if we went full animatronics, would people want to go? Introducing Chica's Party World. She gets her own spin-off. Hey, look, it's being highly successful. Now we can create Freddy's Freddy's Pizzeria. Full animatronics. You bring Chica and her friends back. Just a good time for all. That's the opinion there. Next up is, I believe that Fredbear Entertainment is an Aston family company started in the 70s. Seeing how successful the place was, all the cool characters from their family circus, or something that William Henry are thinking up and launching, started in the 70s and never shut down. They're the ones who made the cartoons in the early 80s. They're the ones who made all the Freddy's toys. They're the ones who are making all the Five Nights at Freddy games. I think it was said in Five Nights at Freddy VR that it's basically they're there to the games were created by some weird indie developer trying to besmirch Fazbear Entertainment's good name. Turns out you've learned that Fazbear Entertainment is part of it. So yes, I think everything outside of a few the mini games or the live games, death games, are created by Fazbear Entertainment. Moving on to weird thing is that this is just weird. It's just cool. Be cool from a creative standpoint. The Crying Child and Elizabeth are twins. So we know Michael is 12-ish, and you figure if my one theory from earlier on, which says William had Michael when he was 16, wait till he was actually an adult to have Elizabeth and Crying Child. They're twins. It makes a lot more sense, especially it's like, hey, look, it's your birthday. Your twin's not around. Also, the way she acts around Baby. Elizabeth acts around Baby. It was something that like a 4-year-old would do. Someone very young. Now, if that takes place in the early 80s, now we're in 83. Kid's now 6, 7. It would make sense why he's always crying and why he's super afraid of the animatronics now. So yeah, that just be a cool from a story standpoint. And last, and certainly not least, William framed a random employee for the missing child incident, causing him to have a criminal record. Yeah, so in Five Nights at Freddy 1, you see this where it says, hey, someone's using one of the suits to kidnap and unalive kids potentially. And you do see in Five Nights at Freddy 4, William Afton is helping a random employee into a Golden Bonnie suit. So this is why it's like it said someone was arrested, and why the next animatronics had a thing for a criminal database, and William Afton wasn't in it. He wasn't arrested. That random employee would have been arrested. It'd also be kind of cool if the bite of 87 was Foxy seeing that security guard who had a criminal record for hurting kids biting him. So yeah, so there's just 5 quick theories of that really don't have like a storyline I can weave together in there. Crying Child and Elizabeth are twins. 3 of the 4 bullies from the Crying Child's party are related to him. Chica's party were with a test light to see if he wanted to go to animatronic. Fazbear Entertainment company has been around since the 70s and never let shut down. And William frames a random employee take the fall for his crimes. So that's it. Tell me what you think. Like I said, next week should be an entertaining one because it's more of a storyline driven. Like, these are theories based off of how I would do a good story around the Five Nights at Freddy world. I'm dyslexic, so I can't spend time writing. Also, I would get sidetracked as all hell. So these are stories just dealing with everything. But that's it. That's all I have. And I'll see you weird people later.